It's another thing to talk about speed, and that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Shoot, quick toss to the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Look out, he's got room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Snagged in the middle, it's Riles. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Makes the catch. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Shadow of the goalpost looming. 1st and 10 from their own 1, just looking for breathing room. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. The give to the back. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Motion from the wideout. The give to the lone running back. There he goes. Smashes ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Here's the pressure, and he never had a chance.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on first down, to the pass, and getting the sack.
Hauls it in. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Finding some room. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete to the left. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, looking to pass. Rushes on him. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
DB's right up on the receivers. Under fire. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Keeps it on the option. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead up to 5 in the 2nd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Unloads it left. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming. You worked on it all week. Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Oh, he found a space on the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. He's going to take off. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The lone back's got it. Runs through the tackle. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 1st downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man, like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit.
Touchdown, Florida State, and they take it in for 6 more points.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Quarterbacks have got to play fast. If they know you're throwing from the pocket in an empty set, you know you're not getting a lot of extra help in pass protection, right? No running backs, no tight ends helping out these offensive linemen. I think that's a play the quarterback has got to do a better job just getting the ball a hair sooner.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. For the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
Right back to the well. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. That slices the lead to 2. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away.
Number 17, set to hands on the foot.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the running back has it.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Keep it on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets rid of it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Off play action on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man, it's Alexander. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Rebels. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some space. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab for the 2.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, beat up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
On the run. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Recovered by the kicking team.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Gives it on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Now the play fake. Unloads to the right. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Looking to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him with a bigger body. A guy that he's faster than, but a guy that can now run routes. And you see these running backs, man, they've developed so well in their route running. Nice route, on the same page with this quarterback. They have a nice connection right there.
Bringing the heat. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. And the defense finally came up with a play.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Wide open spaces. Inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it down 1st and goal. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Great job by the back on the option. The Rebels surge back on top.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
And it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs, get that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Uncorks it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
Well, it's a simple design there, guys. Just RPO. QB gets it out of his hands quickly, trying to attack the left side there in the flat. They're just not able to come up with it.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll get rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Holding his 4th quarter lead, and they're going to try to finish it off with a gamble on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Gonna run it. It's Lindsey. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop in the running back spot. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Quarterback making adjustments. Running inside. It's Lacy. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Motion from the wide receiver. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Tight end now in motion. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're happy to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. They're working that left side. Touchdown!